bring one hand to one part of your body and the other hand to a different part. So you can do chest and belly, rib cage and heart, whatever your choice is. So just placing your hands, and again, breathe in with your eyes closed, lengthen through your spine as you breathe in, like you're breathing in this energy, this breath, and then as you exhale, letting go of any doubts, of any anxiety, any stress, just letting it all go. Just for now. Again, breathing it in and letting go. Good. And with your eyes still closed, let your hands come down to your lap. You can place them on your knees, lengthen through your spine. And now we're going to breathe in and out again, and with your mind, be aware of your belly, your chest, and your rib cage. And as you exhale, relaxing your chest, your rib cage, and your belly. Again, breathe in. Breathing in all that energy that you want, that breath, that air, and as you exhale, letting go. Pushing out, especially at the bottom, push it out, push it out, push it out. One more, inhale. And blow it out. All right, you set in your mind, you set an intention of a feeling that you want to have more of throughout this day. You can come back to this as your mantra, as your affirmation to come back to when you're in a crossroads of your day, or if your day's not going as you wanted it to, just come back to that affirmation. I am strong, I am poised, I am balanced, I am healthy, whatever you want to choose. I am peaceful, I am joyful. And then breathe that affirmation in. So repeat it to yourself as you breathe in. So I am, and your word. All right. And then open your eyes. All right, ladies, let's do this. Bring your left hand back down to your floor, reach your right arm up, and we're just gonna rock a little forward and back in this position. So keeping that palm, that hand can be open, so you're gonna come forward and then back, and then forward and back. One more, forward and back. Come back to the center, reach your hand behind your neck, so that same left or same right hand behind your neck. Reach your right arm up, and then you can reach it over and maybe touching the elbow. Good. And can you push down a little bit on that arm? So starting to push down. Keep your chin lifted, holding here, and then reach up and over towards so rock your body over towards the right side. Good. Come back to the center. Lift up through the center as you come back to it, and then over to the other side. Beautiful. And release. Bring those arms back down. Right hand comes down, left arm comes up and over towards the right side, reaching up and then reaching back and forward. So we're gonna kind of rock up, forward, and back. Good, and then come back to the center. Reach that left arm up and then bend the elbow. Bring your hand to your back of your neck, crossing over with your right hand, pushing down on that elbow. There you go. Stretching through that tricep, keep your chin lifted, and reach over towards the left side. And come back to the center and over towards the right. And back. Release those hands out. Beautiful. All right, let your legs go. We're gonna get these legs moving around because we've been sitting for a bit. So let your knees bend. So push down. Your feet can be on the floor. Do you feel stiff, Diana? Yeah. All right. So we're gonna bring your feet down on the floor. Stretch the backs of your hands a little bit here. So push the bottoms of your hands down into the floor. I'm just gonna lower this. Good, so you can stretch your wrist before we do a little bridge. Good. And then put your hands back to be fingertips pointed outward and rock a little left and right. So rock it, like lifting your hips up enough that your wrist can feel that stretch. Good. All right, come back to the center. Push down through your feet. We're gonna lift up a little bit. So just lift up, and maybe you don't even lift all the way up off the floor. You just almost begin it. Oh, you got it. Hold and release. Come back down. We're gonna do 2 more. Push down, lift, and bring it down. 1 more. Push down through your feet, lift your hips as high as this time, maybe even a little bit higher. Good. And release. There you go. Let it go. Soft bend in your knees and let them straighten out a little bit. So they're still bent. Good. Flex your toes. So keep your heels on the floor and flex your toes. Point your toes back towards you. Point and flex. So you're going to point and flex those toes. So point the toes and then point them up back towards you. Point and flex. And feel that on your ankles, maybe even your calves a little bit. Point and flex. Diana, you can keep your knees bent here. Flex. Keep going. Point and flex. And when you point, try to get those feet almost flat to the ground. Flex. 5 more here. 3, 4, good, and 5. Slide your left leg out straight. Bend your right knee and rock your what is this, your calf? And 1 hand on your heel, 1 hand on your knee. And when you rock it back, really rock it back. So when you rock it back towards your right shoulder, draw it back like a slingshot a little bit. Good. 8, 9, and release. Let that leg go. And then take a can. We're going to stay on that leg. Take a can. And you're going to place it underneath or your weight. So if you have a weight, let's see how we can do this. Yeah, even if you have a weight, just put the weight underneath, or the can underneath your thigh on that right side. So the left leg is either slightly bent or straight out. It's your choice, whatever's more comfortable. But that right leg is going to activate. So this is for your knees. It's going to help your knees. So that right leg, activate your leg. And by activate, I mean like pull the kneecap up towards your right hip and then relax. Let that leg go. And you can shake that leg out. Again, activate. So squeeze your muscles. Squeeze your muscles in that right leg. Hold and relax. Shake it out. Okay, again, squeeze. Lifting, that heel will lift up a little bit off the floor. That right heel lifts up, kneecap comes towards your hip. Good, hold and relax, shake it out. And do 1 more here. And lift and hold. Good, and release. Let it go. Slide that weight to the side. And you can keep that right leg straight out or slightly bent, whatever's comfortable. So now the left leg, we're gonna do it on the other side. So left leg, rock this left leg. And really when you bring that knee back, pull it like a bit of a slingshot here. Good. And then bring that leg straight. Bring your weight underneath the left leg now. Under the left leg thigh muscle. And you're gonna flex your foot. Lift up, so activate your quad muscle here, pulling that kneecap towards your hip. Hold and release. Your toes just kind of point up towards the ceiling. So, yeah, good. So bring it up again. So the activation of your quad muscle is what lifts the leg. Like that lifts the calf up, you know, like the ankle off the floor. Good, and release, shake it out. It's like engaging that quad muscle. And then again, hold. straight like a 2x4, locked leg, and release. Give it a wiggle. 2 more like this. Engage. And release. Shake it out, last one, and hold. Hold, hold, hold. And release. All right, ladies, good. Let that leg go. Or bring the can back to the side. Windshield wiper your knees, so twist them a little bit side to side. Good. All right, now you can either crisscross your legs or have your legs out. We're gonna do a little cat-cow in the seated position. So warming up our spine again here. So bring your hands to your knees, good. Lift your chest, push your chest forward, arch your back. So you wanna lift your heart up, inhale, and then on the exhale, round your spine, pushing your back towards the back of where you are, tucking your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, chest forward, look up, lift. Exhale, round. Come back to that affirmation. Bringing that joy and that peace into your day right here intentionally so it pervades through everything you do for the rest of the day. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, chest forward. And exhale. Good. 2 more like this. Back to the center. Again, keep your hands there and just make circles with your whole torso. So imagine that flashlight on the ceiling, like coming out of your head, making a circle on the ceiling. Good. And then reverse it. To the center. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Good. Can you interlace your hands now behind your back? So now we're going to stretch our shoulders. Interlace your hands behind your back. Pull those hands back behind you, up a little bit, if you can. Good. Heart spreads apart, opens up, and then tip forward a bit here. Tip as forward as you can. Eventually bringing those hands up towards the space, towards the ceiling. And then come back up, sitting up tall. We're gonna do 1 more like this. Keep those arms back and up and come forward. And release. All right, release your hands, come back. And now we're gonna lay back, but we're gonna lay back and do some core exercises. But bring your bands and your weights to be handy so that you can grab them when the time has come to do so. All right, so go ahead and lay back. Can you take your hands? Don't get too comfy. You can get a little comfy. Take a breath in, come back to your intention. On the exhale, release any tension you might be holding somewhere in your body. All right, interlace your hands behind your head, and we're gonna pulse doing crunches upwards. So lift your shoulder blades off the floor. We're just gonna do 30 seconds here of pulsing up, bringing your shoulders off the floor. So keep pulsing. Good, 10 seconds in. We're gonna do 30 seconds. Elbows out if you can, so kind of opening in your elbows, focusing on your core to do the work here. Less arms. 10 more seconds. You're doing great. Nice, you got it. All right, we're gonna do now 20 seconds on the other side. So cross your right leg over the left, like create a gap so you can kind of have your ankle over. There you go. And now you're gonna bring your left elbow towards your right knee. So, towards your right knee. Yep, it's not going to touch, but you just bring it towards that right knee. So pulse and come back down and come back up. So 15 more seconds here. So you're going to go down and back up with your shoulder blades. Keep lifting and lowering those shoulder blades. You're doing great. Good. 3, 2, 1, and then release. Let those legs release out. You can take, yes, that's a burner. One more breath. Yeah. If you're not hooting and hollering, then you're probably not doing it right. You're definitely doing it right. All right, bend that right leg. Bring the left leg up and over, and you can cross your ankle over your knee, kind of, or your whole leg. It's your choice. But either way, this time we're going to bring that right elbow towards your left knee. So go ahead, 30 seconds here. Pulsing. Good, you got it. Keep going. Drawing that elbow towards the knee. 10 more seconds. Good, and release. Bring your hands back down. Pull your knees in towards your chest, so give yourself a squeeze here. Oh yeah, we'll get there, Diana. All right, bring your left foot back down. Bring your right leg up high. Pull your back of your right leg. So you can interlace your hands, place them behind your calf or your thigh muscle there. Pulling that leg, stretching that whole leg. Dropping your shoulders away from your ears. Just feeling your breath going in and out. Feeling it in your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Good. And release, let that leg go. We're going to do the other side. Bring your left leg up. And pull. Pull, pull, pull. Good, and then release. Let it go. All right, put those feet on the floor. So bend the knees, put your feet on the floor. We're gonna lift your hips up. Coming into that bridge pose. So you can even interlace your hands underneath, pushing up. It's a bit of a back bend, really. And then release, come back down. Put your knees together and walk your feet out. So drop the knees to touch like magnets. The feet go apart. This is gonna like relieve some of the pressure on the lower back. And we're gonna do that a second time. Well, we just did the bridge. So now can you wiggle your, correct. So now you're gonna wiggle those feet back to be in line below your knee. So back to hip width distance, good. Wiggle your toes so the pressure wants to be through your heels. Squeeze your butt so that you're using that butt muscle to lift and power the lift as you come up. So we'll go ahead and use your glutes to lift up through. Good. And push up through that, your hips. then lengthen through your spine. So tuck your tailbone under a little bit and then slowly come back down. Ooh. Knees come together, feet out wide again. Good. All right, and then we're gonna bring our feet together and our knees apart. So to open up in your hips here. And here, can you grab hold of your elastic band? So taking your elastic band in your hands and just pull it apart with your hands. So pulsing apart. Yeah, you can do it at the wrist. Yep, exactly. 4, 5, 6. Keep going. 10 more here. 3, 2, 1. Good. And then put the band down. Can you take your cans? So even though your cans in your hands, your knees can still be apart with your feet together, and I want you to just push up with those cans straight above, hovering like over your chest, straight above your chest, and then bend the elbows, bringing them back down. Good. 1, 2, good. 3. Keep going. And in your mind, go back to that intention that you set for today, as if you're pushing that out in the world. Infusing the things that you do, things that you say with that energy. Keep going. Tell me when your shoulders start to feel a little warmth. Perfect. Now we're going to count 2 sets of 20. Or sorry, 2 sets of 10. So 1, 2. Keep going. 3, 4. Slow on the down. 5, 6. Good job. 10. One more set, but nice and slow. This is the one that's really going to count. We'll feel that burn. This is what's going to strengthen our arms. Diana knows I always lose count, so she makes sure. Yeah, that's it. That was 10. You did amazing. Put those cans down in a place that you're not going to trip over them later, or the weights. Good. Release the weights. Bend the knees. Scoot your booty and your feet towards the left side, then drop your knees towards the right side. And you can stagger your knees so that you can do this supine twist. You can take your right hand, slide it from your hip down your leg to your knee and pull. Relax that left shoulder. Good. And release. Come back to the center. Wiggle your butt and your feet towards that right side. Drop the knees towards the left, staggering your knees. Take that left hand, slide it from your hip down to your knee. Reach your right arm out and relax your right arm down. Softening into your right shoulder. And then coming back to the center. Coming into a happy baby. So can you grab hold of your feet or your ankles? Bend those knees into towards your armpits, rocking yourself left and right. Good. And then release those feet down. Relax your legs out. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And blow it all out on the exhale. Feeling the back of your head, you can rock your head a little side to side. Stretching into your neck. We didn't do much neck stuff today, but there you go. You can rock a little left and right. And then let your head be heavy, coming back to the center. Inhale, feel your left arm. On the exhale, let your left arm be heavy on the floor. Inhaling, feeling your right arm. Exhale, let your right arm be heavy on the floor. Inhale into your whole body. And the exhale, letting yourself just melt into the floor. Staying here for a few minutes in a final resting pose. Begin to wiggle your toes. Make circles with your feet, stretching out into your ankles. And then reach your arms up overhead, bend your knees, and then wrap your arms around your knees, giving yourself a big squeeze. Rocking a little side to side. And then rock to one side, making your way up to a seated position. There you go. Lengthening through your spine, you can close your eyes, checking in with your body, noticing how you feel, if it's any different from before. Love it. Love a good buzz. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale it out. Bring your hands to your heart, palms together, and come back to that intention you set in the beginning. Committing to coming back to that throughout the day. Take one more deep breath in and let it go. Namaste, y'all.